Howdy everyone, welcome back to Blade Bias. I am going to be doing a quick video on the Zippy mods for the Vulp Pro. Now this isn't the full suite of mods. I believe Zippy... Oh shoot, this does have the side G10 pieces. Does Zippy have plastic spacer or plastic scales? I actually don't know. Okay, so this is more than I thought it was, but we have the side pieces of replacement for the G10. We have the unweighted inserts, and we have the pivot plugs, which Zippy actually gave me more info on the pivot plugs after I had posted that I had bought these. And they're surprisingly light. I think they weigh less than, like, 4 of these pivot plugs weigh 1 of these bite handle markers or something like that he makes, which is crazy. But Ted wanted me to try this out. I also have the weighted inserts here, but you know, haven't spent too much time with that yet because this is literally maybe 20 minutes after I recorded the initial unboxing of all of this stuff. But the original Vulp Pro is very good. I like it a lot. A little bit handle biased. Improves on the Vulp in basically every way. I've talked about this thing at length in previous videos. Feel free to go watch them. But the Zippy inserts and the Zippy mods promise a more neutral experience. We are removing oh my gosh. We are removing handle weight in the form of taking out these pivots, which is also going to remove the momentum, which I'm interested to see, you know, how that happens. Because these weights down here, as much as they do provide weight, they also provide quite a bit of momentum because you have this dense material down here, in comparison to aluminum at least, carrying the handle through the trick. So we'll see how that goes. We also have blade inserts to make the blade slightly more heavy, as I've talked about in previous videos. These little plastic inserts do a lot to add just a tiny bit of blade weight to make a balisong feel, in my opinion, less wobbly sometimes. And we have the side G10 pieces, which... or not, they're plastic, but they replace the G10 pieces on the side, which I don't really think that's going to do anything for the balance because it's way too close to the pivots, and weight changes out here much more effective than weight changes right here. I think it's just like a design thing. You get like the double chevron, which is pretty cool, and I just started flipping it purely out of habit. So let's give it a flip. I anticipate it to feel a little more neutral, but also a little lighter, because when you have a lot of momentum in a balisong, it can make it feel a little heavier than it is. That's what happened with the Olympus Industries Prime that I checked out. Also, coincidentally, sent to me from Ted. But that thing had so much end weight that it felt so much heavier to flip than it was, because you have to put so much energy into changing that momentum into going into a different direction or something like that. So this will probably feel a little lighter because we're losing a bit of that momentum, but... only one way to find out, right? All right, so chaplains are still... I'm going to move all this stuff out of the way. I've already hit Ted's stuff with my balisongs enough this series. So chaplains still feel pretty stable. I wouldn't say they feel as stable as the normal Vulp does, or the normal Vulp Pro, but they are, you know, 95% there, which that's what's going to happen when you do this. It does. It feels lighter. Lighter and more neutral. And honestly, ooh, I kind of vibe with it. So it does feel weird because removing those pivots does reduce the momentum of it quite a bit, which again leads to it feeling a little bit lighter in my opinion. But there's actually still a surprising amount of momentum going on. If we do like a lot of rollover based stuff, immediately goes into fans. Gosh, I love my flipping style. It's so all over the place. If we go into stuff that are... ooh, that transition into the giraffe did not feel... hold on. I'm going to go to the beanbag of safety over here. Go past my tripod, which, you know, that's not there for any particular reason. Don't worry about that. I think it just takes a little bit of getting used to. You also have to remember that my only practice with well, you don't have to remember because you don't know this, but my Come on, focus. There we go. It feels a little less sticky on that transition, but my only experience with giraffes recently is flipping the Slift T, which has a lot of end weight to help you get into that chaplain at the end of the giraffe a little bit easier. And you also have to remember that my flipping skill is going to decrease by like 50% when I'm on camera because I'm trying to focus on talking. But it definitely carries less momentum, but I wouldn't say it's like an awful change. It still carries far more momentum than I would have expected, to be perfectly honest with you. Fans feel incredible. Normally you can kind of tell how good a balisong fan's because you can see how much the blade will like go like this. If you have a lot of handle weight or like not a lot of tip weight, then you won't have enough weight in the ends of these to like pull them down when they're spinning. At least that's what my interpretation of it is going on. I think the actual physics might be a little bit different, but again, this is blade bias, man. You're getting my bias and my opinions. But it has so much more of a flat fan than the original Vulp does, which is generally how I like to tell if a balisong is like, yeah, you can see the Vulp, maybe you can't see it, but the Vulp is V'ing out, or the original Vulp Pro is V'ing out a little bit more than the Zippy Vulp is. Zippy Vulp Pro, sorry. Losing my mind. Ow, that hurt. Dang, that bottle opener got me good there. Holy cow. Gosh, I said this is going to be a quick video. I'm probably already 8 minutes in at this point. It feels good. It feels more neutral. It feels lighter. I think I like the change, actually. Because I still get more momentum than I do if I take the pivots out. Oh, I definitely like the change. It makes the Vulp Pro feel less wobbly, and you are going to lose a little bit of like handle bias performance for that, meaning chaplains and rollovers are going to take a hit. But honestly, I like it a lot. If I can figure out what's going on with those giraffes, besides the fact that I'm just recording, so I'm not going to be able to giraffe on a recording. I'm stubborn though. Yeah, whatever. Feels very good. I like it. A little bit more neutral, little less handle weight, little more blade weight goes towards making the Vulp Pro feel surprisingly neutral. And surprisingly, it flips a lot. It flips like it's lighter, I think is a good way to describe it. So you know what, Zippy? Hell of a good job. I initially told Ted that I wasn't really interested in checking out the Vulp Pro inserts because I already really liked how the Vulp Pro flipped. But I'm kind of glad he snuck it in the package because I kind of prefer it with the Zippy inserts, just because my preference. I think the Vulp Pro should be the handle bias that it is, considering that they're poising it as like a step up from the Vulp. So for beginners, the non-Zippy Vulp Pro is going to be much more consistent for the tricks that you want to learn down there. But for someone like me, whose style is a lot of fanning and everything, Zippy Vulp goes crazy. Choker fans feel way better on the Zippy Vulp. And by the way, I see all the people who are asking me to make a tutorial on this fan to choker fan that I do. Yeah, choker fans feel so much better on the Zippy Vulp. I don't know how I do it, guys. I can't explain it, so I wouldn't be able to make a tutorial on it. Maybe I'll try, but I have so much content to put out that I'm not going to put that off for a video like that. Anyway, I've been rambling for too long. Good job, Zippy. I like this. I like both of these. I'm not saying like this is bad now. This just fits my preferences a little bit more. So, hey, that's pretty cool. Huge thank you to Ted for sending this stuff out, for letting me check this stuff out. And I will see you in the next one. Later.